Hello, children. I'm sure you all are doing well. Students, today I'm going to explain you the sixth lesson from your book, Honeydew, and it is titled as This is Jody's Fawn. Okay, and it is written by Marjorie Kinhan Rawlings. Right? So, students, beautiful story with beautiful message. Fine. First of all, let's know the author. So, Marjorie Kinhan Rawlins was born on August 8, 1896, died on December 14, 1953, was an American author who wrote novels with rural themes and settings. And this extract, that means this story, okay, it is a part of or it is taken from a very famous book written by this author, The Yearling. And this book even won the Pulitzer Prize in 1939. So this story is taken from the book, very famous book, The Yearling. Fine. So let's know the main theme that we are going to see, or the main message that we are going to get through this lesson, right? The main theme on which this lesson is based. Okay. The story, This is Jody's Fawn, revolves around the theme of humans living in harmony with nature. Also, we see that love and compassion are necessities without which humanity cannot survive. So basically, students, compassion means when you can feel another's pain, when you can feel that the other what other person is going through, उनकी suffering को आप feel कर सकते हो, okay, understand कर सकते हो, right? So true compassion means not only feeling another's pain, सिर्फ और दूसरों का pain understand karna, that is not only compassion, but also being moved to help relieve it. But when you try to relieve that person, you try to help him or her, okay, to just decrease the pain. Fine. So that is the compassion. So we are going to see this main theme in our lesson of compassion, true compassion. When when you know that the other person is in suffering, okay, that the other person is suffering, okay, and you try to relieve that person, you try to help him or her out, okay, that is true compassion. Fine. So this is the major theme that is drawn in this lesson. So let's start the story, students. So basically, students, this story is about a young boy, right? How he rescues an orphaned fawn. Okay, do you know what's a fawn? Fawn is no, baby deer, जो baby deer होता है, right? Okay, so how this boy rescue, right? Rescue means बचाना. Okay, how he rescue an orphaned fawn. Okay, that fawn whose mother had died. Okay, how he just rescues him. Okay, and what was all the story behind it, and why did he want to rescue him? That let's see in this further part. Okay, so in the story, Jody's father is bitten by a rattlesnake. Okay, so Jody is a boy here, right? And his father is bitten by a rattlesnake. Okay, he quickly kills a doe and uses its heart and liver to draw out the poison. Okay, so he quickly kills a deer. Okay, quickly वो क्या करते हैं, deer को kill कर देते हैं, and he uses its heart and liver to draw out the poison. Okay, so basically it is said that using a doe's little heart and liver, it just draws out the poison. Okay, उससे क्या होता है, poison जो होता है वो निकल जाता है snake का. Okay, so he just killed that doe, he just killed that fawn's mother. Okay, and he just drew out the heart and liver to draw out the poison so that he could be safe. ठीक है, so basically he killed that doe, उन्होंने उस doe को kill कर दिया था, right? Jody wonders what will happen to the little fawn left without its mother. Now Jody just wonders, okay, वो सोचते हैं that this doe, right, what would happen to that fawn, जो fawn बचा हुआ है, that means the mother of the the kid of this doe. Okay, so what would happen to that fawn? उस fawn का क्या हो गया, because mother was no more. Okay, so Jody wonders that what would happen to that fawn. अब उस fawn का क्या होगा, right? So he was just wondering, and he was concerned, he was so much concerned about that fawn. Okay, that baby deer. Now, the thought of Fawn kept on haunting Jody's mind. He was just thinking about that fawn, that what would happen to it, where it might be, kahan pe hoga wo, and all these things, right? So, he quietly went to his father's bedside, okay, and he asked him how he was feeling. First of all, he asked him, he just asked his father that how he was feeling, like he was bitten by a snake, right? So, he just asked that how he was feeling then. Okay, he asked him how he was feeling, then he asked him to think about the fawn. Okay, he said his father that we should think about that orphaned fawn. Okay, जो fawn अब orphan हो गया है, right, जिनकी mother नहीं है अब, right, so we should just think about that fawn. He asked him to permit him to bring the fawn home. अच्छा, उन्होंने क्या request किया अपने father से? To give him the permission that he could bring that fawn home. Okay, उन्होंने पूछा that can I bring that fawn home? Okay, Jody wanted to raise him. He wanted to, he wanted to just take care of that fawn, because he was not having mother now. That fawn was left without mother. Okay, so Jody wanted to help that fawn and raise him. At first, father just ignored that, no, it's not necessary, ignored it. But when Jodys insisted him, reminding him of his duty. So basically, Jody said that, father, we have killed the doe, that means the mother of the fawn. So it's our duty to save that fawn, to raise him. ये हमारी duty है that we have killed that doe. ये हमने अपने, it's our selfish, it was our purpose. ओके, ये हमारे पर्पस के लिए हमने एक डो को किल किया है. सो इट्स आवर ड्यूटी, ये हमारी ड्यूटी है दैट वी शुड हेल्प दैट फॉन. ओके, सो इट्स आवर ड्यूटी. ओके, एंड देन फादर agreed. So father said, okay, fine, you can bring that fawn home. He allowed Jody to bring the fawn home. He asked him to tell his mother about it. But he asked him that you should, first of all, before bringing that fawn, you should just ask your mother also. You should just ask her, okay, before going to bring that fawn in. So just tell her that you are going to bring that fawn at home, right? Now Jody came to his mother and sat down very quietly. So basically now Jody came to his mother, okay, asking for that fawn. Okay, so he just came to his mother and sat down very quietly. The mother was pouring coffee in the cup, right? Okay, so the mother was just serving coffee in the cup, and she was taken aback when Jody talked of bringing the fawn home. So basically, Jody just asked mother that can I bring that fawn at home? Okay, but what was the reaction of mother? She just, she was upset, like she was shocked. She was taken aback, like shocked, when Jody talked of bringing the fawn home. And seeing the mother reluctant, Jody told what his father had said. So seeing the mother disagreeing, उन्होंने देखा कि mother तो agree नहीं कर रही हैं, right? So he just told everything जो उनके father ने उन्हें कहा था, right? Okay, so Jody told what his father had said. Okay, he said that Penny had said, that means father had said, it would be ungrateful to leave the fawn to starve. So students, now here, Jody said that Penny told me that it would be ungrateful, ये अच्छा नहीं होगा if we just leave that fawn. Okay, अगर हम उस fawn को ऐसे ही छोड़ दें, right, leave it for starving, that means he would just die. The fawn would, it was just a baby deer, na? So it would just die of strive, right? Striving is like, what is starving? Starving is like lack of food, when you don't have food. Okay, so this boy told his mother that father said that it won't be great if we just leave that fawn to die. It's our duty that we should just take care of that fawn, because we have killed fawn's mother for our benefit. हमने अपने लिए, we have just killed it. So it's our duty that we should take care of that fawn which is left without mother. Okay, so in all, he just convinced mother. Now, Dr. Wilson also supported Jody, saying nothing in this world comes quite free. So basically, Dr. Wilson, right, he also just agreed or supported the boy by saying that nothing in this world comes quite free. कि कुछ भी, nothing in this world comes for free. You have to pay for everything, right? So we have killed the doe, so it's our duty. It's the time for repaying that sacrifice, right? Okay, so it's our duty to just pay the price एंड हाउ विल वी पे द प्राइस, हम कैसे प्राइस पे कर सकते हैं उस डो का? बाय टेकिंग केयर ऑफ इट्स किड, दैट मीन्स फॉन. Okay, so he meant that they must pay some price for having taken the life of a doe. कि कुछ प्राइस तो उन्हें देना चाहिए ना उसके लिए, that they have taken the life of that doe. So they must give some price of this by taking care of fawn. Okay, here the price was to raise the fawn. Raise means just to take care of it and just to help in all the growth and all. Fine. So Millwheel offered to take Jody on his horse to the forest. Right. So now they went to towards the forest to find out the fawn. Okay. Now Jody went with Millwheel on his horse, assuring his mother to reach home by dinner. So basically, mother asked that when will you arrive? Okay, when will you come back? So he just promised that I will arrive, I'll come back till dinner. Okay, so after some time they reach closer to the place where his father was bitten. So basically they have no idea ki fawn kahan pe hoga, right? So first of all they went to the place where father was bitten. Okay, jahan pe that snake had bitten that father. So they went to that place. They reached closer to the place where his father was bitten. Now Jody wanted to go on further all alone because he didn't want Millwheel to see his disappointment if they failed in finding the fawn. So basically now Jody wanted to find the fawn alone. वो अपने आप ही उस fawn को ढूंढना चाहते थे because he didn't want Millwheel to see the disappointment कि अगर fawn नहीं मिलता so Jody would be disappointed. उन्हें बुरा लगेगा ना. So he didn't want Millwheel to see that disappointment. That's why Jody wanted to search the fawn all alone. वो अपने अकेले ही fawn को ढूंढना चाहते थे. Fine. Contrarily, if he found the fawn, he wanted to experience the joy of it all alone, as he felt that their meeting would be intense, full of emotion and thus personal. Okay, on the other side, अगर उन्हें fawn मिल जाता है, so he just wanted to experience the joy, जो उन्हें उस time joy मिलेगा, खुशी मिलेगी, right? He wanted to experience it all alone. वो अकेले उस खुशी को feel करना चाहते थे. Fine. So he wanted to enjoy it all alone as he felt that their meeting, because उन्हें लगा था कि उनकी जो meeting होगी, meeting of Fawn and Jody, right? It would be so intense and it would be full of emotion and it would be thus personal होगी वो, right? So he wanted to enjoy that feeling of meeting with Fawn and he wanted to enjoy the feeling all alone, right? So thus, that's why, assuring Millwheel of his knowledge of directions, his ability to take care of himself, he moves on. So basically, he told Millwheel that don't worry, I'll take care of myself and I know the directions where I have to go. So you don't worry, you can just go back and I will take care of myself. Okay, so he just went all alone. Okay, so आगे की journey वो अपने आप अकेले continue करते हैं, right? Journey to find out Fawn, right? So he was all alone now, searching for the fawn. Now, when Jody reached the spot where his father was bitten, he found buzzards hovering over the carcass of the dead doe. So basically, when he reached that place, जब वो पहुंचे वहाँ पे where the doe was killed and that father was bitten by the snake, he reached that place, and when he reached, he found that there were number of buzzards. Actually, these are the birds like vultures. Okay, they just eat on flesh. Okay, so he found that all these vultures and all these birds, they were just hovering, moving around in the air where across the dead one. Carcass is dead body of dead doe. Okay, जिसको kill किया था उन्होंने, right? He also found footprints of cats. And for a moment, he feared for the life of the fawn. Okay, so he also there on the sand, he found out the footprints थे, footprints of cat. उनको cat के footprints दिखे. Fine. And for a moment, he feared. For a moment, उन्हें डर लगा for the life of fawn. He thought that, maybe cats might have killed the fawn. Okay, so he was just, scared. And after an intense search, very, serious search, after an intense search, he finally found the fawn behind the bush. Finally, he found what? This fawn, okay, where? Behind a bush. Finally, उनको fawn मिल जाता है. Fine. And Jody noticed that Fawn was shivering and was distrustful. Obviously, there was no mother with Fawn, okay, and he was all alone in that forest. So he was shivering, okay, was shaking and was distrustful. It was like, it was just scared. Distrustful is when you don't trust anyone, okay, because no one is there around you, okay. So that Fawn was distrustful, shivering, because it was all alone in the forest, right? Okay, now he tried to calm the Fawn, okay. Jody tried to just calm him, okay, just to console that Fawn, okay. And he tried to establish some kind of understanding with him, okay, because now basically Jody wanted to have a good friendship with that Fawn. So he just tried to have some understanding with the Fawn, okay. So he just tried to calm him, okay, so that that Fawn may feel comfortable with Jody. Fine. Now, however, though the Fawn allowed the proximity of Jody, he did not move. Obviously, that Fawn, he just understood that Jody was not an harm. Was not a harm to that Fawn, okay, but then also he didn't move. That Fawn didn't move. Jody then decided to carry the Fawn all the way very home, right? So basically Jody decided that he would just carry the Fawn, okay, वो उनको carry करके लेके जाएंगे घर पे. Fine. He first patted the Fawn. First of all, he just patted. Patted is like when you just uh, put your hand on that Fawn's head just to make it comfortable. आप उसको comfortable करने का try करते हो. He just first patted the Fawn and then lightly lifted him. Right? So basically just tried to calm the Fawn first and then he lifted him. फिर उन्होंने उसको lift कर लिया, उठा लिया. Now, he went around the area where his father was bitten and where lay the carcass of the Fawn's mother, fearing that scent of his mother would make the Fawn restless. Okay, so when he was just, he was just moving towards the home, he went around the area where father was bitten and dead doe was lying. Okay, carcass, dead body of that doe was lying. But he was scared, but उन्हें डर लग रहा था that this Fawn might, feel the scent of its mother, because mother was lying there dead, na. So he was scared that this Fawn may get restless seeing its dead mother. Okay, he had to step often for breaks, but it didn't do so. So he continued his journey to home. Fine. So, but it was obviously the Fawn was a bit heavy for Jody, right? So he had to step often for breaks, as himself being little, he was severely struggling with the weight of the Fawn. Okay, because this boy was a little boy. Okay, he was not an adult. Okay, so the weight of the Fawn was a bit more. Okay, so he had to, क्योंकि उन्होंने उसको कैरी किया हुआ था, so he had to wait for some breaks. बीच में उन्होंने रुकना पड़ रहा था because it was too heavy for that boy, right? So he had to wait. And the vines, that means those branches of the trees, they were also there in the middle of the road. So bushes and all. So he had to pass through that way. Though Jody's arms had started hurting, but Jody's arms, obviously, because Fawn was heavy for him, so the arms, they started hurting, but he managed somehow. He carried on his journey. उन्होंने अपनी journey carry on की. Okay, he even managed to win the Fawn's trust. So basically, he just even managed to win his trust. Okay, Fawn's trust. That means Fawn was now feeling comfortable with Jody. Okay, वो उनके साथ comfortable feel कर रहे थे. And even in the mid, right, even in the mid of the road, their path, this Fawn started following Jody. That means he just tried, so the way in which the Fawn could walk by itself. Okay, and that also happened. वो अपने आप भी चलने लगे, उनको follow करने लगे. Fine, he followed, this Fawn followed Jody on the road. Okay, so that means this Fawn was winning, won the trust of Jody. Because like, let's suppose if an animal, right, is following you, that means that animal is comfortable with you, sort of, right? Okay, so Jody somehow won the trust of Fawn. Okay, that means now that Fawn was comfortable with what? Yes, Jody. Okay, so basically it was good for, now gradually grew willing to follow him. So this Fawn started following Jody on the road, on the path. Okay, so basically now they reached that destination. That means they reached their home, fine. And after a point, Jody felt such a grand connection with the fawn that all the struggles and pain he was going through no longer mattered. So basically at the end, what happened, Jody, right, when they finally reached their destination, okay, Jody had built up a grand connection with fawn. Okay, उनका बहुत अच्छा connection हो गया था उस fawn से, that जितना भी struggle और उन्होंने to find out that fawn, okay, he had gone through, suddenly it didn't matter. Suddenly वो भूल गए because of the connection that he had built with fawn, right? By and by they reached their destination. Finally they reached their destination. Fawn refused to go upstairs, okay, because it may be tired, so it refused. But Jody carried him, okay, उन्होंने उनको carry किया upstairs, okay, and they went to his father, and father was also happy that Jody found fawn, okay, who expressed joy at seeing the fawn. Later, Jody lovingly fed him milk in the kitchen and enjoyed the fawn's trust and love for him. So later, Jody just lovingly fed him with the milk, okay, उनको feed भी किया fawn को, fed him with milk, and they both enjoyed together, each other's company, okay, and he enjoyed fawn's trust because fawn had a good trust on Jody now, okay, so he just enjoyed the trust and love for him, okay, he started loving the fawn also, fine, and even the fawn was comfortable with Jody now. Okay, so basically they both became friends now, right? So did you see, students, how this little boy Jody, he rescued this fawn? Otherwise it would have died. Okay, so he just rescued the fawn because he thought that it was his duty. Because Jody को लगा कि ये उनकी duty है because they have killed fawn's mother. उन्होंने अपने purpose के लिए, right, they have killed fawn's mother, so it was their duty to help that fawn, and he did it, fine. So they both became friends now, fawn and Jody, right? So students, I hope you all have understood the lesson, right? And it's a beautiful story, having feeling of compassion. We all should have compassion towards every human being as well as animals, right? Like Jody had, right? Okay, he had compassion towards animal, that's why he thought of the fawn. इसलिए उन्होंने fawn के बारे में सोचा, कि उनकी जो suffering थी उनके बारे में सोचा, and he brought it home to raise him because he thought that it was his duty, right? So we all should be compassionate towards all the animals and even everyone, like all the living things. Okay, so this is how the chapter comes to an end. I hope you all loved it and you have understood it. So all of you just read the lesson properly. For any doubt, contact me, students, right? So I'll see you all in your next class. Till then, just take care, students.